Kong and the Walrus coming at you this evening or morning. What is it? Afternoon?
Afternoon? Depending on depending on
What side of the world you're on?
yeah. Yeah, depending on what side of the world you're on. But it depends also if people are awake or not to hear this broadcast because
Well,
you know.
they can watch a replay later and feel like they were part of it. It makes me feel like I'm part of it when I watch, a week, 2 weeks, a month later, a year, 2 years.
Kong and the Walrus show. Make sure to turn off all your appliances, unplug everything in the kitchen because there's going to be a surge of energy going through everything in just a few moments. Kong and the Walrus show.
So a little bit of Ricky Pikachu.
Ah, good old reek of putrefaction.
Yes, beautiful album. 1988, man. Can you believe that?
1988. Wow.
While people were still listening to rap and breakdancing, this is what we're doing.
I'm just trying to like think back and wow, like that's how old we were. We're entering high school.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy,
If
man.
you want to really do the math on it, go ahead.
I think I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid to do the math on that one. I don't know if I can count that high anymore.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So how's y'all weather doing over there?
It's cool. I can't stand it. Yeah, we're bouncing from 50 to six. Right now it's 63. It's okay, but that cool breeze. It's like, come on, man, hurry up and just get warm already.
Fuck that, man. I'll trade you. You can have this muggy ass shit we got over here.
Yeah, muggy, humidity, the whole thing.
You see, you
Yeah.
gotta take a shower after you take a shower just so you don't fucking wash the sweat off.
Yeah, exactly. I put paper towels in every crevice.
Says
Mm-hmm.
least.
Mm-hmm. Calling in the Walrus show, making sure that your crevices are nice and dry.
Aerated. Dry, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially in the jungle or in the armpit.
And take a one of those old personal fans.
You know,
Ow! Is that my kitty?
well, I always thought about putting a computer fan in there. They're like 2x2 with you could put a freaking 9-volt battery hooked up to it. But that would be
And
the only
me over
other
here,
thing. If
TV,
you,
over your computer.
well, that would be the only thing is if you sit down in an awkward position, you might have shorter hairs or no nuts. I guess it would work for the ladies too, but they just wouldn't have the hazard that we have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And if somebody comes up with this idea, I won't sue y'all. It's my idea.
Yeah, copyright. Hurry up, copyright.
Copyrighted, copyrighted today on
Write it on a piece
April
of paper and put a stamp on it, mail it
April
back to
23rd. Well, actually, now this is digital age. It's April 23rd, 2022. I copyright the idea of the aerated crotch.
send yourself an email. There you go. Yeah.
So, what do you call it? Have you ever seen that? What's that movie, The Chef, with John Favreau, where like he has a whole meltdown in L.A. and then he goes to Florida to buy a food truck and then he works his way back.
No, it sounds familiar, but I have not
That's
seen
an
it.
older movie, a few years. But yeah, one of the scenes there, they're like traveling through the south and it's humid as hell and they don't know what to do, so they start putting freaking flour on their nuts just instead of powder.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I would figure you have fritters after a while or something. Or you have the
Fucking
little
little
crunchy things from Long John Silver.
mini tortillas and shit.
Mini tortilla. It'd
Crunchies.
be bread because you have all the yeast and
Crotch crunchies.
everything. Crotch crunchy. Yeah, that's marketable right there, man.
Crotch crunchies.
Yes, sir.
Can I have the crotch crunchies? You're gross. No, they're right there.
Hey, I was going to ask you. So earlier, when I asked, when you said you were busy with a helicoptering, man, is that like when she hangs on the ceiling fan, you put her on high, or what? I mean, at least that's what came to mind. You know, I couldn't think of anything else.
Nah, man. Just think of getting one of those long kielbasa sausages.
hmm
And just twirling it.
Complete. Yeah, I was on the other
Oh.
side. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it like that.
Padre, necesito.
Oh hell! I'm
Padre.
sorry, I opened up that can of worm or that
Estaba
crotch of
hablando
worm.
como un helicóptero. Por favor, discúlpame. Me herí un poquito. Está un poquito sagrado, pero no creo que va a ser mucho problema. La enfermera dijo que, pues, unas 2 o 3 sopladas va a ser suficiente para aliviar mi pipi. Muchas gracias. There you go.
They can give you some lotion for that, but you're only supposed to apply it once a day.
Once a day.
And it's topical. You're not supposed to rub it in.
Hey, I can't help it if I need to moisturize my hands more than once a day.
Just the
Like
one
we're
hand.
Hey,
It's like, what? Why is your right hand softer than your left hand? I don't know.
wait. Put your lotion. I'm like,
Because I'm right hand dominant, so I put it everywhere, you know.
rotate.
Gotta rotate. You know, I don't have the mobility anymore since I've had surgery, so some positions are difficult to get to.
You gotta just work on that craft, man. Just that angle.
Yeah,
What I'm talking about.
that angle can be difficult at times. I will say
You know. Like holding one of those old water balloons you fill on the manguera. You just hold it right there. That's the position.
that.
Gotta be comfortable.
Interesting. And that's a public service announcement from Kong and the Walrus on this Saturday night
Water
special.
balloons are nice and buoyant.
You know, my girlfriend's always telling me to go stick it in a melon, man. And I mean, like, logistically, really, a melon's not even the same. I'm thinking more of a aguacate or something like that.
Hold on. Let's what kind of melon?
She's just talking like cantaloupe, melon. Or maybe a honeydew. I don't know. She didn't say watermelon, or she would have specified
Let's pick
watermelon. Well, either or, it's the same. Let's say melon, because, you know, if you let it ripe enough, it'll get soft.
Let's see. Hold on. All right. Melons like cantaloupe, honeydew, and watermelon are mildly acidic food with a pH of 6.1, which is suitable to alleviate acid reflux. Oh, so if it's a mild one.
So
So
if
it
you got
works
a
on.
bad case of acid crotch, you can put some melon on.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, God gave us everything we needed to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow, you learn something new every day. Another public
So-
service announcement by Kong and the Walrus.
Yeah. Listen to your girlfriends. Use melons.
Use melons, yes, please. Watermelon, honeydew, whatever you want. But
And
I still say aguacate is a lot creamier than a melon. But, you know, that's just my perspective.
Yeah, but I mean, oh yeah, it's a 6.7 to 6.8.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
man,
like just like a friggin' low quality pH water.
Hey man, let's just talk logistics here.
Okay. Are we talking price per pound or per ounce?
No. We're talking hole per inch. How would you how would you stick it in the
but
avocado?
but yeah. Well, I mean, in Mexico, you know,
You're saying, to take it out and then make guacamole.
well,
And then
look, in Mexico, you can get an aguacate that's like about as big as a papaya. So I mean, that's a little more, you know. Yes, yes, sir, yes,
Wait,
sir, yes, sir. So
cartels. Man,
yeah, well, they hold on to the good stuff, man. We get
matar todos.
we get these little things like this big, and they call it large, you know, or extra large, and charge you $5 for it. But but over there, man, they keep the papaya sized ones.
I see.
So a little bit of
There's a
addiction.
So the Guinness Book of World Records has the largest avocado weighing 5 pounds 8 ounces from Hilo, Hawaii.
Wow, they didn't say how large it is.
Measurement wise, let's see.
No, it's centimeters.
¿Dónde están los facts? ¿Dónde están los facts?
You're looking on Wikipedia. There are none.
No, it's a World Record Academy something. What the hell? Where's the circumferences?
Well, just the length. What's the length on it?
Pues no dice, güey. Acabo de tener que hacer el back, güey. Entonces voy a buscar otro pinche. I don't know. It looks like a huge fucking eggplant, okay? So do the math. 5 pounds, 8 ounces.
See, well, eggplant, probably about 10 inches, 11 inches.
Yeah.
Unless you get the real healthy ones. But you know, the shape's there.
It's that pesky seed, man. How you gonna get through that seed, dog?
You core it out,
Push
man.
that seed out. Oh, fucking king! Oh!
There you go. It'll feel like you're like you said, you're the king.
Babe, you have bloody avocado.
Yeah, bloody avocado.
Doritos. It's not bad. Chile sal. No. Pues ahí está. Damn.
Interesting fact.
Almost, it's a big ass avocado, man. So I wonder, do they make more large avocados?
No, I was watching a video, and just because aguacate is not like a tomato, you know, that you plant a tomato seed, it'll give you a tomato. An aguacate, it could take 1 in like 100 before it actually gives aguacates. He goes, that's why you see a whole bunch of aguacate trees with no aguacates.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm trying to see if I can find.
Kong and Walrus coming at you Saturday evening with facts, fun, and
Avocados.
aguacates.
Aguacates, Amazon, Amazon.com.
Is that where you get your aguacates these days? Might be cheaper. Shit.
Yeah.
Let's find out how much that is.
Wait. Where in Florida? Is this where this is stupid ass says that? Hold on. Fresh, large Florida avocados, 3-pack. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little guessing game here. I'm not going to give you a chance to look it up. Fresh, large Florida avocados, 3-pack. How much? 3, 2,
$5.99.
$40 and a penty.
What the fuck? What are you looking at, man? You got to go on Amazon, man.
Amazon.com / fresh the large another Florida avocados pack. Boom.
Interesting.
So it's just because they're coming from Florida. That's all.
See, I can get a large house avocado for $2.49 from
Aquí
Whole
está, six
Foods.
organics, 13.96. Que la chingada. They're just from fucking Florida. That's all. Oh, they're big. Oh, chingado, they're big.
Are they?
Wait.
5 pounds a piece?
Let's take a look.
Oh, please, let's take a look.
Hold on.
And this is just a public service announcement to always do your research when buying products, because as much as I hate Amazon, sometimes they got some really good deals.
Really good
Cheaper
deals,
local
but,
deals. Well, like even AutoZone, auto parts, freaking. I looked up a part, it was 238 at AutoZone. It was $56 on Amazon. Same part.
I'd
Tell
be
me where's the
very-
logic in that?
Yeah, I'd be reluctant to buy avocado. I mean, they look big, but I'm not getting a lot of info on these guys. Yeah, come on, man. Just go to the fucking store and get your avocados, man. Jesus Christ. Or get them delivered like we do. In a pinch.
In the pinch.
No?
No, you know what? I've seen those pickers at Walmart, man. I wouldn't want them picking my groceries.
Yeah, yeah, no, not at Walmart. Not at Walmart.
Yeah, just, nah.
They're bound to take bites out of your groceries and shit. Hey, where's the sixth beer?
It's tax. That was a service fee.
I didn't pack it. I don't remember packing the groceries. Bunch of stupids. Yeah, so there you go. I got this. Who knew?
Who knew?
Mm-hmm. Ay, mommy. Ay.
I just wish they grew like oranges or something around here.
I'm sure they sell. I'm sure we can look it up again on fucking Amazon.
Are you sure?
This whole climate control crotch thing. Like something truly true that lives up to that name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, moving to a non-humid area.
Like, would it be an absorber type of material? Would it be more of a polyester blend type of thing? Would it be like not silk?
No, definitely not silk.
It's like a wet fucking paper towel on your leg.
Ain't that the fucking truth, man? Oh, to be young and dumb.
Good old days, and then
Yeah, and then them friggin' silk shirts too. Fuck, man. You could use them
not in the
once.
summer, dude. Not in the summer.
You could use them once, and that was it, man.
You step out. In the back too, you can feel it. All right, turn on the AC.
Yep.
Roll down the window.
Yeah, exactly. Roll down the window. However, linen, I understand why people in Mexico and South America use linen. It is a very cooling material, man. You can dress it up.
If you don't mind it being wrinkled all the time.
Well, if you iron a little bit, you'll be all right. Don't over dry it. Take it out the dryer as soon as it friggin' is done drying, or before it even is done drying. Just like a concert tee, man. You don't stick it in a dryer, or you air dry.
Oh, I think there's a secret to that too. Like on those types of shirts that are very wrinkly. As soon as you take them out of and that's if you have one of these stupid, like a fucking water spray bottle. As soon as you take them out of the dryer,
Yeah.
spray them all up and down, back and forth, and then shoot, sacudirles motherfuckers, and then hang them up. Boom. No wrinkles.
See?
No wrinkles.
Another Kong and Walrus public service announcement this Saturday evening. Right before you head out to this evening, just spray some water on there, go woof, 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 and bam, you'll be looking fly as fuck. Ready to go hit that town.
This segment is made to ensure that your clothes last longer when you're out there engaging in party type atmospheric,
Yes.
setting.
This has been tried and tested for decades.
Trust us. We've done that.
I don't remember that one.
Yes. 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 Do we need licenses to play these songs, Richie?
Well, as of right now, Circle Pit, what do you call it? Circle Pit Records, which is Morbid Angel Carcass and a few other Megadeth's on there too. Apparently, apparently has given us permission, as long as they monetize our videos.
Oh yeah, like you can use it, but we're gonna take the money if you make it.
Yeah, exactly, that type of thing. But you know, fuck it. It's all in fun and games, and we enjoy the music. So, what you go about to jam right now?
Ah, yeah. Well, let's take let's play around a little bit. Let's take us back for a little bit. Yeah, is that
How far back we going? Like
well,
92, maybe 91.
yeah, it's we're there. We're right. We're on top of that's yeah. Let's see what's on
And,
the
and for everybody out there in the real world, when everybody else was, you know, listening to corridos and new wave and rap metal and what else? I mean, yeah, we grew up listening to jazz, especially with the Tom and Jerry cartoons and big band swing. What do you call it? Freaking rancheras and freaking love songs and Elton John and classic rock and all kinds of stuff. But there was always that desire to go find something a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit more graphic mentally. Because we didn't have movies like nowadays. You just go on your computer, watch a video. But back in the day, we had albums with lyrics and freaking an imagination that would not quit.
ah.
The good old days.
So fudge pulling up, find the parking, go through the line, get the drinks, the lights are going, the mood is set, everything's popping. You know, that one song is on, you know, whatever. And then boom, it's this one that comes on. Boom.
Such a freak, such a freak, such a freak, such a freak, such a freak.
Where do I go?
You go find that one person who's dancing by themselves.
Oh yeah.
And see, and that's what I tell everybody. Music back in the day, there was very little sampling, man. Everybody was doing their own freaking thing, coming up with their own grooves, and you know, with the invention of the keyboard, everybody went crazy with all kinds of new sounds. I mean, in hindsight, it might have sounded primitive, but layering. That's why everybody had 10 keyboards, 30 keyboards.
Ah man. Yeah. You know. So,
Oh, excuse me.
talk about walking out of somewhere the sweatiest that you've ever been head to toe.
Yeah, but if you think about it in hindsight, that was like a powwow, like an Indian powwow, man. We went in, we danced, we stomped our feet, we danced in circles, we sweated, we hallucinated, we dehydrated. And we walked out on there, we're like, damn, that was badass. But that was the same thing with the pit.
Yeah, I mean, you just literally explained a powwow.
Yes, it's a powwow. That's all it has ever been.
No, you're right. You know, except you know,
It's a tribal dance. We're a tribe. We've always been a tribe.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. I don't know how. Just how many times we pulled up to these places, man.
Anyone and all of them, just whatever. Hole in the wall, fucking big ass multi level.
You ready?
Remember the whole pre-show / club ritual we used to go through?
Yes. Well, we had.
Well, it always involved priming, so it usually about a case and a half,
Yeah.
along with some other assorted flavorings.
Accoutrement. Yeah.
Yeah, accoutrement, yeah. Oh, a côté de monsieur.
Ah, oui, oui.
You know what a côté de monsieur is? A Monte Cristo. It's a Monte Cristo, man.
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
Yes, sir. Ham,
been.
cheese, battered, and fried. And then you can add an egg on top of
I
it.
want one of those. I want one of those.
The brother's gonna work it out. The brother's gonna work it out. The brother's gonna work it out. The brother's gonna work it
Richard,
out.
what do you want? Get us two. Okay.
The brother's gonna work it out.
4 shots. Hurry. It's a song.
In the back.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming into the dance floor.
The brother's gonna work it out.
Slam. Woo! Yeah, Richard. Woo! Hey, where are those chicks that we just bought those drinks for? Oh, they're with the other dudes now. Fuck it.
Yeah, but how many times did we not buy a drink and still got with the girl? I don't know if it like evened out in the end. I want to say I still owe on some of those credit cards, but that was a long time ago. I was young and dumb, I was rambunctious.
Exactly.
I experimented, learned my lessons. I'm more responsible now.
Richard and ladies and gentlemen, for us, getting, one of our first credit cards gave us the freedom to party.
Well, I mean, up to a certain limit, of course, but it was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted.
Good
We-
memories. Those some good memories.
We didn't know,
30% interest rate was,
minimum
30%.
at the max out and you'd have no more.
And then you got a overdraft fee or overcharge fee, whatever.
Yeah, you're trying to decline. What is decline? I don't know what that means. Pay your bill.
Kids, don't get fucking credit cards. I know you ain't gonna listen, but one day you're gonna hear my voice when I tell you, don't get fucking credit cards.
Richard, at this point, the kid's gonna be like, yes, talking about credit cards. What is that on Bitcoin?
Oh hell. Well, I mean, it's gonna be the same crap. Because you're gonna have a credit account with what do you call it? Made up currency, imaginary currency. I like how they show the little icon of the Bitcoin, but it really doesn't exist. It's just a made up number in the cloud world over there, wherever in the internets, wherever the internets is.
Well, I mean, it's not just. I mean, there's a structure. It's not just.
Oh yeah, but you carry it on your flash drive. So I mean, it goes to say if you lose your password, there's no way of getting your password. I got a buddy who lost like 800,000.
If you, I mean,
800,000 on a freaking flash drive you can't access.
Oh, man.
It's a $5 flash drive. That's what it is.
But I mean, if you don't have,
I'm old school. I like holding stuff in my hands. Just call me old fashioned, call me fucking antiquated, call me whatever the fuck you want, but fuck you.
Me too, man. But just like everything else, everything's digital. Everything's you know not
Look,
able to be
hey,
touched.
I will say this though. There's been like about 25 food processing plants that have burnt down in the last week. So I'm about to tell you the price on everything's about to go up. Foods, meats, vegetables, all that. So start your gardens. Think whatever you eat, your vegetables, just replant your scraps. They'll grow on their own.
Yeah.
Just bury them in the dirt, put fucking some dirt on top of them. They'll grow on their own.
Start growing your potatoes.
Oh, potatoes are easy. You just throw them in the fucking ground. They fucking grow. I got red, purple, fucking white, and yellow growing,
Yeah, no, man. It's a thing, dude.
and yams.
And yams. Échale yams, compadre. No
Yum. Hey,
mames.
I am what I am.
Los yams,
I'm Richie
compadre.
the Sailor Man. Or Sailor Man.
Oye, compadre, esta cosa no tiene yams. No, no manches.
Yo estoy adictado a un cuerito vaginal.
No, pues ya sabes. Ya sabía. Ya sabía sabía que algo estaba pasando contigo, tío.
El tío Enrique.
El tío Enrique, el tío Pancho, el tío Nacleto, pinche. Todos, güey.
El tío Neclecto is lo que dijiste. How do you spell that?
El tío Anacleto.
And is that an I or a E? And then is that a C or a K? And is it one L or two L?
Con un I, con un cleto.
Con un cleto, okay.
No, hay un cleto, güey. No sé cómo. Tú sabes, güey. Estás mamando. No estés mamando, güey.
That's like when I went to Guadalajara, man. They said a lot of places, and I'm just like, my tongue don't do that. I tried, and I mutilated the fuck out of all of them, but that's some like real Nahuatl friggin' places over there, man.
Well, I mean, it depends how what am I trying to say? How
Well, I mean, like the Nahuatl is like every Native American language is it's descriptive. So, like, we went to a town called Xiji, and it means land of the water, and there was a big ass lake there. Very simple. So one word means land, the other one means water.
yeah.
In English, I mean, you got like 10 words that mean one fucking thing, and then if you spell it 3 different ways, it means 5 different things. That's why people have difficulty learning English.
Or that video where everything like general things that sound familiar in different dialects of the world.
I was just watching a thing about that all the days of the week are called the same thing around the world in their dialect. Monday is Moon Day. In Spanish is lunes, Moon Day. And if you go around the world, every freaking thing, what do you call it? Tuesday is Mars Day, martes. If you keep going, Sunday, hello, domingo. So it's just weird when they pointed that out. It goes back to I wish I could remember. It's on Netflix. He was an old Polish artist and political activist before World War II and during World War II. He came to the United States for a while when the Nazis bombed his warehouse. But he had these beautiful like otherworldly sculptures. They looked like Aztec warriors, but all these sculptures were tuned to the earth. If the wind blew through them, they were musical and they hummed. They created music for the whole area, or other ones that actually created energy or stuff like that. And they used to call him Stas. I forget his fucking last name here, so I can find that thing. But he did towards the end of his life. He had come up that the whole world only had 22. It had 22 letters in common, which are the 22 consonants of the Hebrew language, and he called it proto-tongue, which was the first tongue. and he connected all the way back to Assyria, Babylonians, the freaking Scythians, the Chinese, the freaking Indians, and it's a really interesting documentary. See if I can find this. What do you call it? Documentary on. It used to be on Netflix.
Let's see here.
His name was Stanislav Zukalaski. And the name of the place, the name of the Netflix show is called Struggle: The Life and Lost Art of Zukalaski. So they call him Stas for short. But he had like still sketches and all kinds of. It was just just supposedly he was a nationalist. He's from Poland, and when the Nazis invaded Poland, he was like, oh, hardcore Poland. That Poland will stand as its own country. And when the Nazis invaded, after they bombed his warehouse, he came to the United States. But he was known as a political activist, so he was flagged, as a terrorist. So he was pretty much on house arrest. So he just spent his time at home, and he just started, doing sculptures and stuff for different people, contracts. He started architecture firm and all that. But his work, his art, just phenomenal. I mean, rivals Picasso and stuff like that. But just Da Vinci even, but just his own fucking style.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's called The Struggle: The Life and Art of Staslinsky, Zatl. Something. Here, I'll spell it for you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Zukalski.
Oh, here it is. The Lost Art of. Okay, let's take a look.
But yeah, I thought it was very interesting documentary. I didn't even know I had seen some of his art a long time ago. It was just a picture, but I had a museum or something, but I just never knew who it was from or whatever. And when I watched that documentary, some of it came up. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so he came up with proton, Protong, and the concept that everybody's connected. And he also had theory that the lines of the tribes, especially like all around the world, everybody had lines that they drew on their face. Those were the scum lines after the flood. The peoples that survived, depending what part of the world they're on, the waters receded. So as the waters receded, it left scum lines. Just like when a flood happens. But so that's why they had the marks on their faces, and where their marks on their faces dictated where they were from the world.
I see. Yeah. Oh. Fascinating.
Very fascinating, especially now that with the DNA samples that are coming out. There's a guy on YouTube, Answers in Genesis. He's a doctorate in genealogy, I think, or geology. And then there's a preacher that's a genealogist, and the Bible says that after the flood, Noah had 3 sons. Okay, well, they've traced everybody back to 2 genetic markers, everybody on the earth, but they still can't find that third one. So there's 2 sons of Noah. We all trace back to the 2 sons of Noah, and there's still a third bloodline missing, as far as what they found from DNA. So now you can't even hide the facts anymore. There are no pure races. Everybody's mixed. It's just, we're here now, but there was that one guy who was full-blooded black Indian. Turns out his ancestors were Polynesian from like 55,000 years ago. And the theory was that they sailed to Mexico and then, hiked all the way up into the north before the Ice Age. So,
Is there such thing as a Jumanjiologist?
why we want to become one? We want to create let's create a whole fucking what do you call a whole school, man? We'll even make certificates. I can get some bond paper.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. Struggle.
All you gotta do is mail it back for what do you call it? Mail it back to yourself, registered, man. It'll be copyrighted. It's a legal document.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about it. All these fucking fields that we have, from science to religion to politics, everybody made this shit up.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a made up name for everything. You know, at first it was just science. Then you got physics. Now you got quantum physics. Now you got molecular quantum physics. Now you got string theory physics. I mean, it's just like, damn, man. It's like everybody's ostracized and so concentrated on just a pinpoint.
Mm-hmm.
A pinpoint when there's so much bigger picture out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's fascinating. Behold the proton. Behold the proton.
The proton. There goes the song title right there.
Yeah, behold the proton. Nice.
And it's always interesting, like the speaking in tongues. You know, growing up, went to some very extreme churches and some very not so extreme churches, and there was always speaking in tongues. But I always noticed that there was a similar tone to where when people speak in tongues, it was always like the same pattern, the same sing-song pattern. You know, it's like when in the valley, you know, people in the valley talk with a sing-song pattern, right? Because that's just the native in them. You go to New Mexico, Arizona, everybody has their own dialect and their own pattern. Hell, you go to New York, they got their own dialect, you know. So that's one thing that I noticed when they speak. And that's kind of interesting because it kind of like the Native Americans talked with the wind. They spoke lightly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There was never really any shouting or anything. And the portrayal that we see on these old Western movies was just propaganda, you know,
Oh
to
yeah.
make them look like savages. You know, these people they lived in peace for thousands of years. I mean, they lived in peace and just lived off the land. You know, they didn't need gold. They didn't need nothing, riches. They didn't need nothing. You know, as long as they had their crops and their bison or whatever, you know, was rabbit or whatever was going through, you know, their berries, bam. No
Well, look at
cancer,
that.
no sickness.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What do I got here? Oh, hold on. Momentito. I'm a right back. I'm a right back. We're gonna do this.
Please don't go. Don't
We'll go for the flip.
go away. Boom, 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 boom.
The Walrus. Take a break while we're taking a break. Go wash those hands. Bend our joint.
Thank you to lyricjunk.com.
Butter our eye.
What are you doing with your eyes? What are you doing with your filthy lies?
Oh, I just took that knife and I cut her from her neck down to her anus. And I cut out the vagina and ate it.
A little bounce. Well, if you're a serial killer,
You know, that's
or
a
maybe
little
you're
ditty
just
about
a normal person, or maybe you're just a normal person.
Well, you know, look, it turns out that Henry Lee Lucas didn't kill all them girls like he said he did. You know, it was like 600 cases they pinned on him. The Texas Rangers did. And turns out that after they did their due diligence, that it wasn't even that many. They couldn't even prove the ones he did kill. You know, supposedly he killed the two of them.
No. So so there is a documentary. Have you seen?
No, I heard about it, but just from
Dude.
other research, yeah. Did he do it or did he not do it?
Dude, let me just put it to you this way. Henry Lee Lucas had everybody wrapped around his fucking finger, dude.
He
in that
fucking played the system.
documentary. Dude, you gotta watch it, man. It's just fucking incredible how in the 60s, 70s, like, cops are fucking stupid. Like, they are easily
look at Ed Gein.
manipulated or fuck.
But look at Gein. This was 57 with Ed Gein. And he just was trying to make a whole, well, the whole, what was it? Silence of the Lambs, you know, that was based on Ed Gein, allegedly, you know. The whole freaking woman sued and, you know, just wanting to be a woman. Now, is that bad parenting? Or just a bad seed?
No, it could be bad parenting. Absolutely, man. I mean, what, you know, think of it. There's a back then there's a lot of like hush hush. Don't talk about this. A lot of suppressed kind of environments. To I don't know era. I don't know, but I mean it's one of those things where like it's bad to even fucking hold your dick to pee when you're like little or something, like that type of thing. Like you're scared to even think that kind of shit. So when you get a little older or whatever, you start fucking, you know, recognizing shit and things aren't discussed, man. So you can't like just pop up and say, hey, I've
You know,
been having trouble with this.
I had never really thought, I guess, or I didn't have perspective. Okay, until I saw what was a sleepaway camp. You know, the little girl dies in a boating accident, and so the mom raises the son as his daughter. You know, and it turns into be a cure because there was a whole personality, split personality type of thing that was created because of the mom. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so that kind of after that just lent different perspective with all serial killers. I mean, we've been interested in serial killers for a long time, and just the whole why or why. I
Yeah.
mean, not to say that I'm gonna say, or how can I say this without looking crazy, or is it too late? Uh, who's to say that we couldn't have those same fantasies, but what stops us versus why did they execute? And no pun intended.
Be because part of that is they um they're not built with that mechanism of understanding like not necessarily like compassion, but it's
How do you know they didn't have like autism or Asperger's or something where they couldn't process emotion? Or where they were highly empathic, where it was just an overflow of emotion from everybody else, and
but
they
think
just
about it. Has there been any reported cases of serial killers having autism or that kind
well,
of?
it's autism supposedly is just new, in the last 30, 40 years, but who's to say it wasn't present prior to that?
Mm, yeah.
It's just undetectable. Before women, I mean, they used to think that women that weren't going through PMS just needed to be fucking put a dildo in them or or a vibrator, them freaking 1,000-watt generator vibrators and shit that's hooked up to a 220 plug.
Mm. And it's
That way
still
it was
so
called
those.
hysteria. I don't know. That's a good question, but I can get you a generator though. But I mean, and they used to call it hysteria for women. So I mean, it's just we've come a long way, but do we have to go back and look at these things? Now, the other topic is case in point, freaking Dahmer.
Mm-hmm. I smell bull right there.
It was weird because we're in freaking English class as a matter of fact, and freaking we heard. Originally I remember the first story was that there was a young was it a Filipino or a little Asian boy or whatever that was like 16, 17 years old that had escaped, and he went straight to the police. And so they released the little boy back to Dahmer.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, not even a week later, all of a sudden, all this crap comes out about Dahmer. But
Mm-hmm.
what got me was that they released the boy back to freaking Dahmer.
Yep.
The police did. Why? They wouldn't even his legal guardian or anything. That's a whole. Yeah.
Because, dude, he was able to convince those cops that they were like gay lovers and shit.
But I
Like
mean,
really,
but
really
still, I
fucking.
mean, wow. That's just, I don't know. That's freaking amazing. But then, in hindsight, what was he trying to do? He was trying to build the perfect mate.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so there goes again the thought process because, if somebody with Asperger's or with autism, I mean, I guess I don't know if he was very social or whatever, but one of my guesses was that he was a recluse. I mean, he was friendly to the attendants around him, but he was mostly a recluse for the most part. He worked, he went home, or he went out in the nightlife to
Hmm.
to score his victims or whatever. Uh, but I mean, in hindsight, I mean, trying to create the perfect mate. I guess don't we all want the perfect mate?
Well, I mean, yeah, except
So what stopped us from freaking creating the perfect mate if it's even fucking possible or whatever hypothetically.
but is it even creating the perfect mate really? I mean,
Well, what do you think perfect is? I always said, freaking, and I guess to be vulgar, but two tits a hole in a heartbeat. A mute quadriplegic would work too.
yeah,
Never,
yeah, but come
never
on.
hear arguments.
Yeah, but
Well, can never hit you or attack you because
come on. Realistic, realistically, dude, he tried to lobotomize one dude, and the rest is just fucking body parts, fucking stuffed everywhere, dude. So it's like,
well,
I don't know if
this
he
is like
really
a
wanted a
mechanic.
mate. A mate. I think he was more like, I want to cut up my mates and save them as trophies.
Well, it's like a mechanic. You keep extra parts around. You might need an extra tire, brakes, shocks, a fender, headlight.
Right. That battery's heavy use. That'll work.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know. Maybe he was onto his new. Maybe he was like an amateur medical doctor. I mean, think about Frankenstein. How did they even figure out? Hypothetically, of course, because it's a fictional story. But how did they even figure out that a nerve could be reanimated just with electricity? All right, just somebody fucking was doing that experiment. Oh, that's against God's will. Reanimation of a dead corpse. Blah blah blah. Same thing. Back to the same principle. Is like you got to think outside the box. He could have been the next freaking. I don't know. He could have reanimated dead people. We don't know. We didn't give him enough time. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm fucking just kidding. Kong and the Walrus show. Yeah, you're kind of speechless there too. You're worried me. You're like,
I'm thinking, if there's enough investors in this
no se sabe, a lo mejor, no. En China, pasa muchas cosas en China.
oh man, of course. This shit could be already happening somewhere tucked away where nobody knows, nobody asks.
But people ask and they die.
People ask and they die. Yeah.
But okay, well then let's talk about freaking Gacy. Freaking owned a dealership, pillar of the community, volunteered, little league, he thought like freaking thing, dressed up as the clown for parties, and he had like what was it, 1733 people buried underneath his freaking house.
Yeah, that one. I mean, geez. Another one that was convincing, man. I mean, jeez, all these motherfuckers are
You
convincing.
look
What am I
fucking
talking
fucking Bundy, shit.
hmm
I don't know about Ramirez though. I don't know if it was convincing. Just girls can be stupid at times.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's another. Oof, that's another crazy one. Yeah. So
And
how
Manson
would
is not a serial killer.
no,
He did not
no,
kill anybody.
no.
But you know what he was saying back then? It's kind of interesting now in hindsight. Why he was locked up for so long and denied parole. A lot of things that he said back then have happened in the last 2 years. So think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Pick a packet and smoke it.
You could really see Charlie Manson as just kind of a drifting musician who just kind of lost his way.
Everybody forgets he was in the army.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And usually, people go into special ops, other three-letter agencies. Juan Casey.
I'm curious, like you said, to know more specifically, like how did they figure out this was the best way for them to like. And you know what? You know what? Dude? I'm gonna pick.
You're gonna pick what?
If another motherfucker uses the word unalived, I'm gonna slap. I'm gonna
What the
dig
hell's
up their
unalived?
mother and slap their fucking vagina.
What's this unalived BS
Unalived.
you're talking about?
This is a whole term about. The reports. 2 people were unalived last night. 2 people were killed last night. That's what I'm saying.
Unalived. What the fuck?
Mm,
Have we stooped that low?
we've
Man,
We,
yeah,
we've done-
y'all need
not
to
we,
watch.
not we. Fucking
Well, I
them,
mean,
dude.
no, I say we because sadly, if you're looking from the outside in, say another intelligent species comes from another dimension, another fucking planet, another whatever. They look at us and like, look at these fucking dumbasses, these dumbass monkeys walking around here fighting amongst each other, slinging feces.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We're slinging feces. Yes, we're.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing right now. We're slinging feces. Kong and the Walrus show.
pretty much.
But it's entertaining feces. Well, at least we like to think it's entertaining.
Yeah.
We find it comical and sophomoric at best.
It's messy.
So, if we were serial killers, what would be your like signature coup d'etat? Just say, hey, this was me. This was the smelly killer because it smells like sulfur when he leaves.
Machete.
Machete. And just a little fart afterward.
That's what they
Now,
call
would it be like a
machete.
really sharp, like machete, almost like a katana? Or would it be just serrated and fucking jagged and shit? Like sharpened with a rock, like Roman style.
No. One of those where you barely swing it through the air, and the guy's still laughing as a ha 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 ha, and you didn't fucking do anything to me, and then he slowly, he's like half of him starts sliding down. That's how sharp I want it.
Wow. So,
You didn't
but
feel it.
hey,
You don't even feel it. You're still. I go. Shoo, like, ah, ha, ha,
so have you looked for a like a Damascus machete?
yes. I've looked around quite a few, but
Yeah,
you
it's kind of hard to find, right? I've been looking for a good hatchet. I bought one at the gun show. It'll cut through concrete, up to about a quarter inch. No doubt about that. A couple of times that that I've cut through a log or whatever, and it will split some wood. But I want a true Damascus fucking Viking hatchet, something I can scalp with, or if I can just impale or cleave a fucking skull open, or not to say that I'm gonna do it, but I would like to have it.
Yeah.
It's like having a gun. It's like I say you're gonna use it, but it sure is nice to have it.
I favor the Tramontina machete, the 24-inch one.
Tramontina. Hold on, let me do some research on that.
It's probably the most common one.
The most common.
Yeah.
I personally like. What are they called? I'll get back to you. Hold on. What the hell?
Ooh.
So, how do you spell Tramontina? The same way you spell that other word?
Pues, nombre, güey. Tramontina, güey.
Tramontina.
Just a simple all-purpose.
Simple all-purpose. A pocket knife, simple all-purpose. Ooh, chinga. Just a regular ass fucking machete.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Why did you just say that fucking regular ass fucking machete?
Because
You got me fucking looking up all this bullshit.
I told you what kind of fucking machete. Not Filipino machete. Not fucking this. Tramontina, dude.
How about a Brazil machete?
It's the handle, dude. How about a what?
A Brazil machete.
Where did my letters go?
Oh, a kukri. I like the kukri design. Seems like you get more more blunt force trauma because of the way it's bowed in. So your force is all right there, and then if you need a slice, you can do it with the front. You can chop up some onions or fillet some fajitas with that tip right there.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that handle too.
Um, where's the and then have the Tramontina sugarcane machete just in case if we run into some fucking caña and shit.
Yeah. Hey, you know we can still go to the valley and get some, man.
Fuck yeah.
All I gotta do is claim ancient rights, and we just go take as much as we want. A trunk full.
Boom.
I always liked the 300 sword, but it seems a little. I mean, they were crudely forged, but I guess if you can do them out of like a Damascus, it'd be really nice.
Yeah, that would be mine. How about you? How about you? What would you? What would you do? How would you do it?
I don't know. Maybe at one time it would have been blunt force trauma, but. See, I thought I was prepared to answer this, but I don't know. So that'd be it. There'd be no torture, nothing. You'd just be like, you're dead. I tell what
Hey man, the question was, if we were serial killers, what would be our signature?
Well, you know, I was hoping you elaborate a little bit, you know.
No. You know,
So you don't want. So you don't want to give yourself away, is what you're saying. You know, it's just like the bare minimum. You know, no evidence, no premeditated. What do you call it? Homicidal tendencies.
No. For me, dude, I would want everybody to fucking know what happened. There's no hiding my bullshit. There's no.
But you can't be a serial killer if you're gonna get fucking caught, man. I mean, you can do it one time and like, ooh.
No. But I'd be the serial killer that kills people that need to be killed, and then go into hiding.
So
like
Dexter.
Batman.
I'm Batman. No, you're Machete Man. That's what you are.
I'm Machete Man.
I have come
Oye, Manuel,
I have come to
Machete
clean
Manuel?
the weeds of your garden.
And I can also kill you.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. You know, just chop them up, put them in the dirt, fertilizer, mulch them, put some poison out.
There's a company that can make you into a tree.
Yeah, I know. I heard Alyssa wants to be
a potted.
I know Alyssa wants to be a mango tree. Me, I would like to be a hardwood. I don't know.
I get nervous during fire season, dog.
It's already hot down there as it is, man. So, you know, a little fire never fucking burned down this crotch.
I already did once. A fire. I'm gonna try again, man.
Hey, you know, a pine cone does not freaking seed until it gets burnt anyway. That's why I don't.
It was just growing.
It just replenishes the land. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of replenishing land,
with the blood of my enemies.
when the fuck? When? If you destroy it all, man. If you destroy it all, how? How? Ladies and gentlemen, calling the Walrus Show. We'll let that sit for just a second. But think about it. You destroy it all. Then what? Then what?
They're not thinking about that.
Well, I mean, annihilate everything.
And then what is there left? Exactly.
Exactly. Then what? What are you gonna do then? Then what? I'll be right back. Calling the Walrus Show, asking you not to destroy civilization, so that way others have somewhere to pop a squat.
Yeah, but who likes promoting war?
It's a sick system. It's been sick forever, dude. As soon as the first motherfucker knew about taking advantage of the other or the next one, how to capitalize.
Yeah, there's a chapter in this book called the Bible. I think it's like chapter 1 or 2 somewhere in there. It says something like some being took advantage of a naive girl, and the girl was pussy whooped, and he believed her, and then they had to suffer and bear children and till the land and all kinds of crap.
Makes a good fire starter for my fucking, you know, for my thing, for my little fire. I call it kindling.
Kindling?
What's it called? The little triangle, the little rectangle where I put wood in. The chimney. No, not the chimney. The thing right there. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. You know. You know, I don't understand, you know, and how obviously we have an idea of how the fuck this whole war thing and misinterpretation and false information, not telling the truth about what the fuck's going on out there.
Well, you know what gets me is that the same investment firm that owns like fucking $7.3 trillion worth of every fucking company in the world also owns my retirement through my job. They give us no access to it at all. We can like move it within the few limited accounts they give us, but we can't take it out. We can't borrow against it. We can't fucking touch it until we retire, right? So I was noticing that I was losing some money after January 1st. So I go back and I look, and I realize that it's Vanguard, investment services, but they're owned by BlackRock. BlackRock's been under federal investigation, so I lost 110,000 starting January 1st.
Oh, BlackRock, yeah, it's BlackRock, and another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude,
well, when I look on my thing, the only options they give you are either Vanguard or BlackRock, and it was like one other company, which I have to go back and check. But as soon as I move my money to that one company, I made back like 80 grand within like 3 weeks. So when I started looking at the numbers and I paid attention, starting January, those fucking everything took a nosedive. Yeah. And then I was talking to like a few coworkers yesterday. They said the same thing. They lost like 180,000, 250, 300, all like within a fucking week. Well, I guess a couple of weeks, because starting after like January, the second week of January to like February or something. But yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Money that by now I could have had $1 million by now in my retirement, but the fucking 2008. And then there was something else that happened, and then the freaking 2 years ago when the crash, and then it's just been fluctuating up and down ever since. And I know I've lost at least $500,000 just in stupid shit. And that's why it's like they don't want you to retire; they just want to keep you at the freaking. That was the other thing, man. This week, I didn't even know what freaking day it was, man. It's just like you just get zapped and you just go sleep, shower, go get up, go work.
Yeah, you lose the.
You don't even know what do you call it. You don't.
For an instant, you're like, what? Whoa.
You don't know if you gotta have to get up and make the donuts, if you already made the donuts, or if the donuts are like 5 days old.
Did I? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this place? Oh,
yeah, I've had a few
Whoa.
of those moments. Nah, I got to work. I usually try to get there at least 30, 45 minutes early so I can just get that last minute snooze before I have to go check in. I was so freaking tired that I stopped. I shut the car off. I leaned the seat back, and I don't know why. I just happened to open my eyes, and I thought the vehicle next to me was moving. I was rolling. I was rolling because I was on an incline.
gosh.
I was like, crap, turned the car back on, stuck the car in reverse.
Oh.
I was like, damn, man. Yeah, that's what we do. That's how we live in society. We just freaking live like zombies. No wonder we can't have no fun or be creative or happy or, just freaking whatever.
It's the pyramid scheme of life, dude.
And that's what it is. It truly is a pyramid scheme.
You know, the poor pay the pay from the above, and those
I
above
call it's
below.
modern day indentured servitude. Debt is a new form of slavery. It's all it is. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can have that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, just, 30 payments, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years. Oh, you can have the house in 30 years.
We have this thing called credit.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest freaking
You
scams pulled
mean
on humanity.
you give me money and I can use it and,
Look,
and I pay you
I
back later?
still remember to this day, it was 1979, a brand new Cadillac, top of the line, freaking big old Eldorado. You remember them Eldorados, the big old four-door boats you could fit 10 people in with no freaking problem? Yes. For $5,000. Like $5,000, maybe 5,200 or something like that, fully loaded. And then all of a sudden, we had Reaganomics, bam, bam. All of a sudden, that car is 10 grand, 14 grand. Remember in '88, my mom got a new car. It was $14,000. That was because it was fully loaded, top of the line, blah blah blah. That's not 10 years later, and the price had already tripled. Why? Because of credit. Because prior to that, people would go pay cash. It was one parent per household that had to work. Now it's like you freaking need to get like 5 roommates just to freaking pay rent, eat, pay your freaking car note, insurance, and gas. Hey, how much is gas over there? Speaking of,
Hovering around 469, 489.
motherfucker. Well, we're about $1 less than that, but a year and a half ago it was $1.26. Just a year and a half ago, not even that long, man. 18 months, a year and a half. It's absurd. It's not even 25% inflation, man. That's 300% inflation. The people who didn't pay attention in math, I'm teaching you right now. It's 300% inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Look
Yeah,
at the price of foods, ham, freaking ham, like fucking $11 a pound. Like, really, for ham?
Yeah, that's yeah, and there's no way to like, well, that oh well, shit will get cheap again, even cheaper than
Man,
It's like saying oh, one day we'll have $1 a gallon gas again.
well, we did. We got close. I'm gonna say it wasn't 87 cents like I remember, but we got close.
280 something, man.
Well,
but-
y'all did, yeah, but we were $1.39, I think, when y'all were 286.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, we're gonna actually get back to $1. I was so happy, Then the pandemic hit and lockdowns and free unemployment and I couldn't afford to go nowhere anyway.
Calling in the Walrus Show, Recession Edition.
Recession edition. We need to bring this bitch back around. I was looking at a graph where they were talking about how the national debt decreased, and it was kind of coincidence when you pay attention to the dates. The debt decreased from March of 2020 till like about June through like July of freaking 2020. That's because everybody was at home. Nobody was spending money.
Yeah.
And then as soon as everybody went back to work, everybody went back into debt, and even more new cars and all this crap with their freaking stimulus checks and shit. Yeah, they stimulated the
God.
economy, all right. Yeah, that's hilarious how that freaking works, man. People should have paid attention and either taken an economics class or at least math.
Mm-hmm. Well, it really breaks down to like what kind of what kind of paths do people like really want to take in life? Like where like where are you gonna find success, and do you really want it?
Look, I tell all this to everybody, and it took me a long time. Actually, it took me till about 2 years to figure it out. First, you get up, go to work every day, work your ass off, work freaking all the overtime in the world, 7 days a week, freaking 365. You're never going to be rich and you're never going to be happy. But you're going to make the man rich and happy.
Yeah.
And, if you don't believe that, look at the company you work for. Look how much they make a year. Look what your boss drives, You think they're worried about freaking paying the mortgage? Wealthy people don't worry about bills or what they're going to do next week. Rich people might worry about, maybe next, in a month we'll go over here. And us, we're like, well, next year, what are you doing next June? You want to go to somewhere in the June here, somewhere close? How about halfway?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And we don't have that freedom to just boom right now. Hey, let's fucking whatever. Let's go boom. Hey, money. Fuck money. Let's just.
Yeah, you know what? I'll start
Worry
traveling
about money.
Mexico more because it's a lot cheaper to travel over there, eat over there, everything over there. At
Well,
least
ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's tough, if you if you don't have that drive, then you're gonna just meander.
Yeah. And working for somebody else ain't never going to make you happy or rich. I mean, you can be your own boss, but don't fall for those pyramid schemes like, oh, yeah, just get people to work under you. You make money, and then they get people to work under them. There's so many freaking, even Prime Way still freaking recruiting people. Every 2 years they resurface, oh, you
Yeah.
can come work Prime Way, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, there's plenty other, freaking Avon, Mary Kay, Advocare, Herbalife, they're all run the same way. And then apparently there's some that do energy companies, and there's others that do telecommunications, and supposedly they cut you a good deal at wholesale and all kinds of crap. So, I mean, there's a plethora of pyramid schemes out there, but, I mean, if you can hustle and, you have it in your heart to rip people off, you can make a killing.
Well, as we wind down the show, ladies and gentlemen, and that's so true. There's a lot of ways that we can still kind of figure out the right path, because I mean, when you don't have that figured out, you're always gonna be spinning your wheels. Paths less taken,
Yes.
I guess, would be a good.
Hey, did you get copyright permission on that?
I'll talk to the food tonight.
The motherfucker, I love him.
Kong and the Walrus Show, bringing you crucifixion. Paths less taken.
Y'all be safe tonight.
Make sure to be safe. Extra safe. A lot of dangers out there.
If they give you problems, just pound their face to the beat. You'll be all right.
So this is to pound it into your head, Yeah.
I have a cool set of guys that should have never broken up. But it was Miguel's fault, so I'm blaming you.
Yeah. No. I will take that until the last ash of my fucking corpse is burnt.
It smells like carne guisada, huh? With delicious herb.
Damn. But again, paths less taken. It's like full circle, dude.
Full circle, my brother.
Calling on the Walrus Show. Find your way.
Find your way through the darkness,
Find your way, people.
through the cemetery.
Find your way.
Through that asylum in your mind. Find it. And if you can't do that, just listen to some metal full blast. You'll be all right.
Typically, that usually does the trick.
Look at us. We're doing great. Look at you, man. You ever seen me smile this big?
Look at us on the Saturday, you
Yeah, man. I used to be a mad guy, you know. Always pissed off about something. I'm always pissed off about something. Well, I guess I was pissed off about everything. Now I'm pissed off about something. So, you know, it's work in progress.
It's nothing less of Merlot or a heavy IPA kind of fix.
Oh, the IPA. Voy a buscar IPA ahorita.
Anipa. Oye, güey, écheme una IPA, güey, de
Una IPA de mero abajo. De mero abajo.
9% bien pesado, güey. Bien fuerte.
Algo para la...
Bien fuerte, güey. ¡Ah! Calling on the Walrus Show. Wishing you well tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You freaks, have fun.
We love the freaks. Don't mess with the freaks, because we'll come and freak you out.
If we haven't already, at least.
If we haven't real, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good night, good evening. Calling on the Walrus Show.
Y'all stay loving, y'all stay metal, and I love you, tribe.
Better stay metal, man.
You better, man. You better fucking stay metal. I'm gonna drive all the way over there. I ain't gonna tell you when I'm leaving though, because I don't want you to go hide and shit. But you know, it's gonna take me a few days to get there. But just triangulate my position, because I'm coming. If you can stop listening to metal.
Don't worry, man. Everything's all vacuumed and Febrezed.
Hey, and I don't want to hear no Kenny Bolton either, man. 'Cause, you know, I'm just gonna be machetazo all the way. There's better jazz than that, man. Come on. Friends don't let friends Kenny Bolton, man. I'm sorry. Just like friends don't let friends line dance.
Come on, man.
I mean, I know it was to get the chicks back in the day, but I mean, realistically, we shouldn't be line dancing.
Wait. You just made a clone of Kenny G and Michael Bolton. So are you saying that there's going to be a Kenny Bolton?
A Kenny Bolton, yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad you caught that, because you know most people are going to be confused. You know, either one I can do without.
That's some talent, man. Put those two together.
You know, if he was playing,
Make a baby.
Apparently
You know
there was
what I
a
mean?
movie or something about what was it, Michael Bolton and his freaking his flute. Somebody freaking, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
If I ever saw him in the woods, I would think he's a freaking some kind of satyr or something, man. I think like kill him, take him to the museum.
That one time at band camp, my flute.
That was not a flute. That was a bassoon.
All right, people, later. On the Walrus Show, we will see you soon.
Soon. Sometime, maybe not. Who knows? Or at
Maybe
least
not,
we'll see you
maybe
from
not.
here. Maybe you won't see us today, tomorrow, and the next.
Rub your eyes. Everything will make sense.
It was just a, what do you call it? A hallucination because you drank too much.
Yeah, because we're just going to disappear like this.